This is a short tutorial on how to import email addresses into Limesurvey so you can use Limesurvey to send out emails to invite people to take your survey. What you'll see over here, I have Limesurvey already up and running, so obviously you have to have that. And just to illustrate this basically from scratch, I'm going to go ahead and create a new survey. So I'll just click on this and hit new. I'm just going to call it test because I'm going to throw it away when I'm done. And I think I may have one in there already, so it'll be test 2. And hit save. Okay. So I've got a blank survey, there's nothing in there, but what I'm going to do is show you how to go ahead and put in email addresses so you could send emails to people. And this is done pretty straightforwardly. It's actually done through token management. You can see it right here, that little pop-up window, right? That pop-up information dialog said this is token management. Well, that's where you go to import email addresses. So go ahead and click on it. You'll get this warning saying, no one's initialized tokens yet. Are you sure you want to do this? And just for those who don't know, tokens are basically like mini passwords that allow people to access the survey, and you can restrict those so only certain people can access them. So once you do this, you'll have tokens initialized for the survey, but that's what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and hit initialize tokens, and it just tells me, okay, it's done. Then it'll take me to this screen. On this screen, you see a whole bunch of kind of icons here that give you a bunch of information, but what we're really looking to do is this one right here. We want to import tokens from a CSV file. CSV stands for comma separated values. It's basically a transport file. So it's a format that you can take and put information from, say, Excel, which has a whole bunch of cells. You can put it into a CSV file and then import it into a variety of other programs like Limesurvey. So in order to import those into Limesurvey, you actually have to use a CSV file. All you have to do, click on that, and it's actually going to give you a whole bunch of information about what you need to do. It's pretty straightforward. So if you look, it's saying, okay, up here you need to choose the file. This is the character set and the separator used. That's going to be kind of automatically determined. You can also have it filter blank email addresses and duplicate records, which is a nice thing. But you'll see that there are 3 things in here, right, that are already highlighted. It's saying that's how it's going to determine duplicates. But down here, it gives you directions and says you have to have those 3. Mandatory fields are first name, last name, and email. And we'll put those in. You can actually have as a field first name and last name and just leave those cells blank if you don't have them. But obviously you have to have emails if you're going to email people. You can add additional fields, but in this case we're just going to do those 3. So how do we do this? Well, most people don't actually build CSV files as text files. They build them as a spreadsheet. So I have Excel over here. We're going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to click in this first cell, and these are going to be my column headings, and I'm just going to type in first name, last name, and email, and then put in 2 fictitious contacts here. So this is going to be John Doe and John Doe at email.com, and Jane Doe and Jane Doe at email.com. So obviously these are fictitious, these aren't real people. So I've got them in there. How do we save this as a CSV file? Go up to File, and where it says Save As, we're going to click on that. Then you're going to go down here to the bottom where it says Save As Type, and we're going to go down and scroll down until we find that. It's right there. Now it calls it comma delimited. It's the same thing as comma separated, but CSV stands for comma separated values. So just select CSV. I don't really care what I call this, and I'm going to go ahead and save it on my desktop. Doesn't really matter, but that's where I'm going to save mine. Hit save, okay, and you will get these warnings. Microsoft Excel is just trying to be smart with you. So the warning is basically saying it'll only save the current sheet, so you can only save 1 sheet in a CSV file. That's fine. And it's going to give you a second warning that there are features that may not be compatible with this, like the email addresses. Not a problem, we don't care. Hit yes. That's it. The CSV file is done. Okay. You can go to your desktop and check it. Here it is on mine. It's right there. I'm going to go back to Limesurvey and say, okay, I'm ready. I'm going to find that file. Okay, it's right there, book 1. Doesn't really matter with the name. And it should automatically detect all of this, so I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to hit upload, and bingo. If you see red lines, you did something wrong. If it's green lines, that's telling you, hooray, you did it right. It was uploaded successfully. There were 2 records. It's all in there. Now, if you want to check those, this is pretty easy. Go right over here where it says display tokens, click on it, and there we will see John Doe and Jane Doe just as we entered them. And this is actually where you can track all of your token management stuff, right? You'll also see that we don't have tokens for them right now. And it's pretty easy to generate. This is the Generate Tokens button. So if you wanted to generate your tokens, I'll show you what it looks like. Just go ahead and hit yes, and then we go back and check, and you'll see they now have tokens. These are basically their secret passwords to get in. This is also where you can track whether they've been invited, etc. That's all right there. Anyway, that's how you would import contacts into Limesurvey to then go ahead and send them copies of send them to the survey. That should do it.